Hey, what up, everybody? What is going on? Happy Tuesday to you all. It is Tuesday, June the 10th, 2025. And this is another live edition of the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. We're also live over on Twitch. And of course, we're also live over on Kick. Link to all of those down below in the description box. Give us a follow there as well. Like I said before, it is Tuesday, June the 10th, 2025. And what's going on, everybody? As always, it's me. It is Steve. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, enjoying whatever it is that you're doing. I'm going to be real with y'all. Look, man, early in the day, it was raining out here, bro. It was just pouring rain, bro. I don't know. I felt like I was look, it's June, but it felt like I was in October. It was chilly. It was raining, right? And again, I work outside. I work at the airport. So I am outside with the planes and stuff, and it just poured massive water, right? Massive rain. And now all of a sudden in the afternoon, it's nice, it's sunny outside. As we speak in Jersey right now, 'cause I can't speak for wherever you guys are at right now around the world. It is 77 degrees outside right now, and it feels like 80 degrees. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. And we're also about 17 days away from Steve Day. Cannot wait for that too. But if you are, again, new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below and all that fun stuff. What's going on, Brendan? Sup, homie? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good as well. Guys, check out his TikTok. He does stuff over on TikTok. Go check it out. But this is your Monday Night Raw review, man. And what can I tell you, man? What can I tell you, man? Hi la, hi la, hi la, hi la. China, we make a rap money. Can I tell you, man? He did it. He did it. CM Punk is going to Saudi Arabia. CM Punk. By the way, guys, do y'all love the thumbnail that Javier made? Javier, look, bro. Javier literally went beyond my expectations with this thumbnail. But again, Javier, look, man, he gets up early in the morning in Peru, makes this for me, and he's a good cousin. That's all I can say. So thank you, Javier. Let me just take away the lower third here so you can see everything here. Yeah. I have to become a monster to stop the monster. That was a line from CM Punk on Monday Night Raw last night. Yeah. I can tell your cousin took the thumbnail literally. I got you, Primo. Yep, he did. Javier, what can I tell you, Weston? Javier was like, I got you, bro. I understand the assignment. So there you go. Guys, if you're tuning in right now, thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. If you guys want to go the extra mile and show your support to the channel, you can do so by many ways. Subscribing, hitting the bell notification, thumbs upping this video. If you guys want to also follow this on the other platforms that we're on, like Kick and as well over on Twitch, feel free to do so. It is appreciated. But if you want to go the extra mile, leave us a super chat. It does help out the channel in the long run. All right. Hit that $ sign that you see in the chat. Or if you want to go the extra mile too, become an ATP channel member. By becoming a channel member, you get priority reply to comments, like Weston just did moments ago. Also, you get to be part of the ATP gaming roster. We are doing All in the Mud real soon. So we'll keep you posted on that one as well. And also, you get to join me and the gang, just like Chief and Alan, the working man, as part of the sad watch along, the AEW Dynamite watch along, which we'll be doing once again next week because we are not. Look, I am not going live tomorrow and watching 4 hours of AEW. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so there you go with that. There you go. I will be again, Chief. I know you're in the chat right now. we are doing, again, SAD goes back to its regular schedule next week. Tomorrow, look, this week, expect SAD as a review on Thursday, okay? Now you guys know. Venom writes here, I saw this post on Twitter. Love the thumbnail. Yeah, brother. Javier was not fucking around, bro. Javier, man, went literally. And look, he told me too, like, yo, primo, like, I'm going to say it as he would say it, okay? Because he sent me, like, the voicemail. This, right? I'm going to play you the voicemail that he sent me. Pressing the button right now. Hey, primo, I want you to know this is the thumbnail. I hope you love it. Okay? Hope you love it, gordito. I'm not putting no little kid. I'm not putting Jay Uso's kid for clickbait and views. Fuck that shit. So that's basically what he sent me. So that's my cousin for you, cousin Javier. Appreciate it once again. But yeah, guys, if you guys have not also checked out as well, I hope you guys checked out also Steve's Kitchen from yesterday, where myself and Chase, we talked about all the stuff that went down over this past weekend in wrestling, such as our thoughts on both I almost said Night of Champions, holy fuck, on both Worlds Collide and, of course, Money in the Bank, and the news of, obviously, R-Truth now going as Ron Killings, making his return to WWE. Our thoughts on how Mr. Iguana has taken over WWE. And, of course, Mariah May, the beautiful Mariah May, my beautiful pumpkin right there, is now part of the NXT roster. And as well, our thoughts on WWE going with WrestleMania 42 in Vegas. They made it official over the weekend as well. So make sure, if you've not checked that out, go give it a watch. And if you're into UFC and MMA, me and Chase also gave our thoughts on UFC 316 for this past weekend as well. All right. So let's get into Monday Night Raw. Let's get into it. All right. Enough waiting around. Can we get Javier on the show for a PLE review someday? The thing is with Javier, he's in Peru. He lives in Peru. So the time difference is crazy. He doesn't really watch the PLEs live. He watches them later on in the day. You got to understand, Javier also has stuff going on in his life. You know what I mean? He just got back with Margarita. You know, they're working things out. And you also got to remember, Javier, you know, he's also an English teacher in Peru, makes $25 an hour. Got deported from here, and now he's teaching English in Peru. $25 an hour. You gotta love it, okay? Don't blame you on Sad Steve. I'm debating if I even want to watch 4 hours of wrestling on a Wednesday. I got work in the morning, LOL. Honestly, brother, look, it's insane. Like, I'm not watching 4 hours. Like, look, honestly, in a perfect world, I would just do 2 hours. But I know people are be like, oh, stick around for the other 2 hours. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Help the channel out. Thank you, Brennan. Hope you help the channel out as well by becoming a member if you'd like. That'll be awesome. So there you go. So there you guys go. Let's get into Monday Night Raw, though. Raw last night was live from Phoenix, Arizona, from the PHX Arena. According to Cage Match gave this show an 8.77. So a lot of people love the show. And look, we were doing Steve's Kitchen yesterday. We talked about what's happening on Monday Night Raw. They announced the return. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh. What's that? Here it is. That clap sound here. Thank you, Brennan, on becoming a channel member. Thank you, man. We appreciate that. Welcome aboard. Welcome being a part of the gang and becoming a member here on the ATP network here. We appreciate that 100%. But Raw last night, look, I thought overall, look, it was a stacked show. They stacked so much into this, right? It was the post Money in the Bank show. We are on the road now to King and Queen of the Ring. They started the tournaments. I'll show the brackets in a bit here as well. And also factor in, we got the return of Ron Killings. We got Nikki Bella showing up because, again, they're in Arizona and she's from that area. She's from Scottsdale, Arizona, but they're in Phoenix, but it's her home state, right? You also had the main event of Jey Uso defending the World Heavyweight title against Gunther. which we all saw what happened. It's no more of yeet, no more yeet, bro. Yeet is over. It's done. It's a thing in the past. And I gotta say this, man. I'm not bothered by it at all. Look, people knew going in the moment Jey Uso won that title, it was more for the moment. And look, I'm biased towards it because I was there and I saw Jey win the title, right? You guys remember on the True Heel Heat watch party for Royal Rumble, I took an edible and I'm watching the Rumble and seeing Jey eliminate Cena. I ain't gonna lie, I got emotional. I really did. I literally started crying on the air. I think it was because of the edible, but also factor into the moment like, yo, Jey Uso, who for a long time, right, was this tag team guy. And then when he went singles, right, because Jimmy got hurt in 2020, he became the right-hand man. He became, main event Jey Uso. He was part of this bloodline storyline, him and Roman Reigns, right? And I remember being there as well in Detroit, watching him wrestle Roman Reigns in the the Bloodline Rules match that really honestly kind of disappointed in the long run, but still he left, right? He went to Raw and he's been tearing it up and he got the chant over. He got the chant yeet over as well. Became Intercontinental Champion and then he won the Rumble and you knew going in again, it was not going to be a long, lengthy run. It was not. This was a run, okay, just for the moment, being in the stadium at WrestleMania. He finally beats the evil foreign guy. Wrestling 101. You beat the evil foreign guy on the big show. And that's what we got, right? And I'm not going to lie, the run itself, it's been all right. It's all right. Nothing to go crazy about, but it was more for the moment. And now that it's come and gone, look, do I see Jey Uso becoming a champ again? Maybe so, but I think the big knock on Jey was his promos and also factor in his matches haven't been really up to par with him being champion. That's the complaint from a lot of people in the community. I can see that too. I mean, you have the right to your opinion, nevertheless. But let's get into Monday Night Raw. Let's get into this. Again, so much stuff that was stacked on the show. I thought for the most part, it was a good show. I thought the crowd could have been better. That's just my opinion, of course. But let me know your thoughts in the chat. Your thoughts. What did you like from the show? What did you not like? And all that fun stuff. Let me know, guys, in the chat. So the show kicked off with John Cena. He's back. He returned. He's on Monday. He showed up on Monday Night Raw. Holy crap. He showed up on Monday Night Raw. And what do you know? He proceeded to, make fun of the crowd. He made fun of the crowd and talked about how the crowd sent our truth, the class clown, right? They waste in who basically his big success was imitating him, being a wannabe John Cena, right? He called him the class clown, and that was again. He just wants to fight. He just wants to face the best. He wants to face the best. That's all he wants to do. Face the best, and all we did was give him the class clown. In our truth, he referenced us, the fans, being dumb, and we're a bunch of keyboard warriors, right? Armchair critics. I think that was the phrase. And then he gets interrupted. And by the way, before I bring that up, he also referenced this too. He referenced how we started with the dates. We started off at 36 dates, right? And now we are down to 19. He referenced everywhere he's been. Holy shit, bro. That is insane. That is insane how it started to where we're at now. Time is really flying by. And I'll be honest, I do think he's going to take some time off. Because before you know it, it'll be like, yo, we'll be in single digits sooner than later. But out came CM Punk. And you know where this was going, right? CM Punk that has not forgotten what John Cena has done. Selling his soul to The Rock. Cheating to win the title at WrestleMania. And they went back and forth. And obviously Punk brought up the fact that how for so long the establishment, the machine has protected Cena. And now it's CM Punk. Again, he's doing it for the people. He's doing it for the people. He's not doing it to defend billionaires or anything like that, but he's doing it for the people. right? He referenced John Cena as, the New York Yankee, right? And they threw some lines from like back in the day, right? Which I thought was pretty cool. And basically, all this led to CM Punk wanting a shot at the WWE title. He referenced to like, yo, look, he knows deep down that Cena knows what he's doing isn't right. You know what I'm saying? And he also talked about how the title itself, it brings you into into darkness. How it did it for Punk back in 2012 as well. And it looked like, again, like Punk wants the title shot, and Cena's like, you want to do this? And everyone was under this idea that, oh, they're gonna do it tonight in Arizona. And then John Cena pull the rug from everyone. Pull the rug, right? Weston writes here, we need Ron Killing versus John Cena title for the story is called title. The story's calling for it. Who knows? And then Cena's like, not tonight. He's basically making CM Punk follow him to Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions. And you guys know CM Punk is not the guy to go to Saudi Arabia. Whenever they go to Saudi Arabia, Punk normally doesn't go. And if you guys recall, back in 2020, when The Miz was a guest on that WWE like Fox show on FS1 many years ago, there was that whole Twitter exchange, right? Where I guess Punk told Miz to go suck a blood money dick from Saudi Arabia, something in those lines, right? And now how times have changed, right? How crazy it is. And you hear like Punk talking, like you could read his lips saying, all right, you're on. And they made it official. It will be John Cena versus CM Punk at Night of Champions for the undisputed WWE Championship live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This is not a made-up graphic. This is from WWE's Twitter account. I repeat this. This is not a fan-made graphic. This is legit as it gets that you are seeing right now. And again, look, I know a lot of you out there. Are going to be calling CM Punk a hypocrite. And rightfully so. You guys have every right to call CM Punk a fucking hypocrite for going to Saudi Arabia. You're not wrong for that. You are not wrong. You are absolutely right for him to call him that. Absolutely. Weston writes here, my only nitpick is I wish this was happening at Money in the Bank, but I still love that we are getting Punk versus Cena. The Prince pulled out the money and says, Saudi, new fight capital. Here's money. Give us the big fight. TKO was like, say less. Lee writes here, anybody ever do something that they absolutely hated to do, but they do it because their boss asked them to? I think everyone does. You get up in the morning. Let me ask you this question. Do you love going to work? Do you get up in the morning like, yo, I can't wait to go to work. Can't fucking wait. I can't wait to see my boss and be happy. Yippee-ki-yay. Do you ever? But you do it because you have to. You know? Or it's like getting up and going to the gym. Get on that treadmill, lift the dumbbells, do whatever you got to do. Yeah, it's a pain in the fucking ass to do it, but you do it because you want to feel right. Welcome to life, buddy. Welcome to life. What's going on, Safet? Hope all is well with you. But yeah, man, look, at the end of the day, man, all I'm going to say is, there's only one person to thank for all of this. My man, Turkey Al-Sheikh, bro. The man himself, Turkey Al-Sheikh, made it happen. And look, I agree. There's a lot of people out there who would have loved to see Punk versus Cena at a SummerSlam, right? Or at Money in the Bank. Had Money in the Bank been in Chicago, right? But again, like Chief referenced in the chat here, I think it was Chief who referenced in the chat, right? The Prince, Turkey Al-Sheikh, made some moves here, made the call, and you know what? Probably threw Punk the check. It told Punk, how much you want on this check? And remember, Punk said he's not here to make friends. He's here to make money. And this man is going to give Punk a shitload of money to wrestle in Saudi Arabia. And again, look, I get it. A lot of people want to stand on this whole high moral ground with dignity and respect. And, I will not lower myself to go to Saudi Arabia. I get it. There's a lot of you out there, when this show happens, y'all protest it. Y'all don't watch the show because it's Saudi Arabia. At this stage of the game, look, WWE been in bed with Saudi Arabia for how many years now? Since 2018. I think at this stage of the game, y'all just got to get over it. Just get over it. I understand. Look, there's things that they do that you don't like. I get that. Totally understandable. But at the end of the day, I ask y'all this question. Are you going to say no to a Saudi prince, or if Turkey Al-Sheikh came knocking on your door right now, came knocking at your door and handed you a blank check, and he asked you how many zeros you want on this check, but you got to go to Saudi Arabia to compete or do whatever the fuck he wants you to do. Are you going to do it? Sign me up. Sign me up. I'm just saying. Okay? But nonetheless, it should be an interesting match. Again, nostalgia, right? We're going back to 2011 with these two guys. Now, granted, are these two guys the same performer that they were many years ago? Not quite. I expect these two guys to go out there and play the hits. And I see in this match, Cena retaining. Because I just don't think CM Punk will be the one to take that title off with John Cena come King at the Night of Champions. I just don't see it happening. But let me know your thoughts in the chat. How y'all feel about that one? We did get the opening match. We did get AJ Styles versus Chad Gable. Now, it's crazy to think, right? Chad fucking Gable has been literally wrestling since Saturday, right? He did a double duty, right? Well, depending who you talk to, because some people believe, right, that he is El Grande Americano. So I'm trying to please those jabronis right now who believe that Chad Gable is El Grande Americano. And if you believe that, hey, he did double duty. But yeah, he had a crazy match on Saturday against El Hijo del Vikingo at Worlds Collide. Had a killer match. He had a killer match at at Worlds Collide against El Hijo del Vikingo. And he was selling his injury. He's upset that nor him or El Grande Americano are in this tournament, King of the Ring tournament. He's not happy with that. And here he is, bruised and all, still wrestling, bro. Still going at it, still wrestling. The match itself, it was fine. Nothing to really go crazy about here. If you recall, AJ does have a bone to pick with Chad Gable and El Grande Americano for costing him the Money in the Bank ladder match, right? A spot in the Money in the Bank, right? But when it was all said and done, AJ did pick up the win, right? He did get the win with the Styles Clash for the 1-2-3, right? Chief writes here, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to accept it, but AJ's wash, bro. Did a weak Styles Clash. I think Wade Barrett gave it a different name. I just think, honestly, bro, look, AJ is going through the motions right now. AJ right now is just about, you know what? I'm just gonna fulfill my contract and just get the bag. I'm not mad at him. It's 2025. If you expect AJ Styles at this stage of the game to be the AJ of 2016, that's not happening. You're not getting that. And it's crazy because there's a lot of people who are under this idea that AJ's going to AEW and have these bangers with Will Ospreay and so on and so forth. And it's not happening, bro. I think we talked about this. I think me and Che talked about this last week on Raw Rundown. There's a lot of people who think that, and they're in for a rude awakening should that ever happen. You're in for a rude awakening. So I get what you're saying there, Chief. He's just going through the motions. AJ's trying to make it to 50 and retire without any more injuries. Yeah, for the most part. Jeff writes here, CM Punk going to Saudi Arabia isn't him selling out. It's him being the best heel he needs to become in order to leave his legacy cemented. And not for nothing, too, guys. Look, I'm sure whatever money he gets from Saudi Arabia, because again, a lot of talent go there because it's a big payday, right? A lot of them go out there because at the end of the day, everyone already knows going to Saudi Arabia means one thing.
Payday, payday. You want payday.
So I ain't mad at it. And neither should any of you. Neither should any of you. Y'all should not be mad at it either. If you want my humble opinion on that, okay? Let's just fix something here real quick. Okay. What's going on? 1 second here, folks. 1 second here. Oh, no wonder why. Yeah. Con razón. There you go. There you go. But we do have officially, we have here the brackets for both the King and Queen of the Ring. So this is the bracket for the Kings, the King of the Ring. As you see, you have Sami Zayn. So each is a fatal four-way, and the winners advance to the semifinals. So basically, in one fatal four-way from Raw, you have Sami Zayn, Penta, Braun Breaker, and Dominic Mysterio. You have on the bottom right from Raw, you have Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed, and a mystery opponent, which will be revealed next week. I'll let you guys come up with your conclusions and who do you think it will be. On the SmackDown side, you have Randy Orton, LA Knight, Aleister Black, and Carmelo Hayes. Like, honestly, I'm going to say probably Randy Orton. He's the bigger name, so there you go. But I wouldn't be shocked if it's someone like an Aleister Black, but we'll see. And also on the other bracket, you have Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Cody fucking Rhodes. Cody fucking Rhodes. That's all you need to know. And on the women's side, on the Queen of the Ring, you have Rhea Ripley, right? Kairi Sane, Liv Morgan, and Roxanne Perez. We all know what happened there. On the other side, on the bottom right from Monday Night Raw, you have Asuka, Stephanie McCurr. By the way, the returning Asuka, who's about to lose. Because you got Stephanie McCurr, Raquel Rodriguez, and of course, Ivy Nile. Like, come on. You know who's winning this fatal four-way next week. And on the SmackDown side, you have Nia Jax, Piper Niven, Michin, Jade Cargill. They literally gave Jade Cargill a fucking layup here. If she loses, I will be fucking shocked. And of course, on the other side here, you have the Queen herself, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, and Candice LeRae. I'm going to go with Charlotte Flair. I think it's going to come down to Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair in the finals. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. All right. But we did get, we also saw, backstage, we saw Roxanne Perez, right, talking to Liv Morgan, telling her, hey, look, I'll be there. I'll support you if you need anything. And Liv didn't want to hear it. She was saying she was confident that she was going to win her match. She was confident, right? Thank goodness this tournament is short. The G1 is coming up, and it didn't want to be burned out before it starts. Stephanie McCurr is my new favorite female wrestler. She's her, brother. She is her. As you should be happy. She is her. Guys, let me know in the chat, who do you feel will win? All right, let me know. And if you guys feel generous too, leave a super chat. It does help out the channel too. But we did have the first opening women's match here for the Queen of the Ring. We had a Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Kairi Sane. And overall, I thought this was a pretty entertaining match for the most part. There was moments here where, look, Roxanne Perez did her thing. She went out there and she helped Liv Morgan. She broke a pinfall for Liv Morgan. When Liv was almost getting pinned, she broke the fall. So she did what she told Liv Morgan she was going to do. Rhea Ripley in the beginning portion of the match was botching a little bit, but she picked it up, okay? But when it was all said and done, it was Roxanne Perez, who got the win when she pinned Kairi Sane with a jackknife pin. So Liv Morgan is still unsuccessful. She hasn't won a match in a hot minute, right? So if you notice backstage, she had this furious look on her face when she went to congratulate, because backstage, after all this was happening, right? You saw the Judgment Day, right? Congratulating Roxanne Perez. Like, they're already claiming that she's part of the group, right? And Liv shows up. And Dominic, was, how can I put it? He was froze there for a bit. He was froze. He was almost trying to fold there for a bit, right? Congratulating Roxanne. Then Liv showed up, and Liv was angry, right? And Finn told Dom to go check up on Liv, and Dom was like, I got a match. I gotta go. I got a match. Even though Finn was like wondering too, why is Dom in the King of the Ring? Dom, I think, went to explain that, hey, being that Finn was in the Money in the Bank ladder match, I think it was, right? No, he failed to be Money in the Bank. So he volunteered himself to be in the King of the Ring tournament, being that he's a champion. So, and also factoring in Dom's words, him, that being Finn and JD, are going to go for the tag title. So it shouldn't be an issue. So Cody's winning the men's. I got Asuka winning the women's. Let's get Io versus Asuka in New Jersey. Puede ser. Could very well be, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But like I mentioned here only moments ago, Roxanne Perez did advance, so she is going on to the semifinals. After this, we saw a video package promoting the return of Nikki Bella. And the camera then cut to Nikki Bella meeting with Maxine Dupree and Natalya. They're all happy to see her. So there was that, right? I know people were kind of laughing at what she said. We'll get to that later on. We'll get to that, because somewhere in this, right? You saw Nikki Bella. This was when she was like walking her down to the ring or making her way to the ring or whatever it was. She bumped into Io Sky, who is obviously the women's world champion. And obviously, Nikki was putting over, Io Sky, and how she's been representing the brand with the title, being respectful and all that stuff, right? And Io Sky proceeded to saying that Nikki Bella has paved the way for a lot of women in the locker room. And that got people laughing, because it's very debatable, right? It's very debatable, right? If you think about it, right? Let's give women a chance. Hashtag that happened back in 2015 happened because Nikki and Brie were in a tag team match. I think it was with Paige. I forgot against who else. But point is, the match went like 60 seconds. Right? So it's very debatable, right? But I just can't. It's hard for me to really believe that Io Sky was inspired by Nikki Bella. I just find it hilarious, but still, it is what it is. Okay. We got Becky Lynch cutting a promo where she bragged about winning the women's Intercontinental title, right? And then she proceeded to complain that Lyra Valkyria, because if you remember, the stipulation was that Lyra Valkyria, because she lost to Becky Lynch, she had to put the title around Becky Lynch and lift her hand up and, I guess, congratulate her for winning. And then if you remember, Lyra attacked Becky after the match, hit her with a German suplex. And yes, I agree. Becky cooked in that promo. Absolutely. Dom missed a chance to tell Finn, why do you care about being in the King of the Ring tournament? You'll just get pinned. Yeah, pretty much so, Weston, but it is what it is. And then she talked about how she beat Lyra Valkyria for the most part. And out comes Lyra Valkyria. She comes out there and she has this angry look on her face. And it looks like she's going to go to attack. And who happens to make a return? The beautiful Bayley. is finally back. And she attacked Becky Lynch. And everyone was like, what? What? Like Lara Valkyria had this shocked look on her face. Like she couldn't believe it. She could not believe what she was seeing. So where did this go? Where did this lead? I will say this: Lara Valkyria, the back of the line, girl. The back of the line. That's all I gotta say about that. Exactly. Purple hair Bailey. Reminded me at first, I thought it was somebody else. If you know, you know. Okay. But be that as it may, look, you could probably do in Saudi Arabia because again, it is Saudi Arabia and they probably do want the big matches, right? And if you're not gonna do Becky versus Bailey at SummerSlam, just do it at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Why the fuck not? Should be a good one. I know they had a cage match a while back, so you know they can have a good match. So we'll see how that goes as well. Exactly. Vince McMahon was used to the short women matches. Vince McMahon was used to be the short women's matches merchant. Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure. From there, we did get R-Truth, and he literally hopped on the announcer's desk, right? And he said he was back because of the fans and for himself as well. But said R-Truth may be too funny, nice, and too forgiving, right? But right now, this is Ron Killings. And then he proceeds to do the craziest thing ever. He proceeds to cut off his dreads. He proceeds to cut off his dreads. And again, he's cutting this passionate promo, right? He's declaring his new name as Ron Killings. And he was the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before demanding to put some respect on his name. And this just it got everyone reacting. Michael Cole, if you noticed, he was clapping after this promo. If you notice too, like I find it funny because Triple H posted this tweet out early in the day. He posted out this tweet during Monday Night Raw. You wanted it tonight. R-Truth face says it all. R-Truth's face, Ron Killings' face says it all. Just gonna leave it at that. But also factor in too, bro. He has merchandise now. Look at this on WWE Shop. There's a shirt that has Killing Spree. Look at that. Killing Spree. This might get changed, I guarantee you, by WWE Shop. I just think he's himself, Chief. I think honestly he's himself. Calvin, do you guys know what Theory and Waller were arguing about? I'm assuming it's about the New Day. I just think, it's something that is, here's the thing about it, right? It's tough for me to care because they've obviously, WWE that is, right? They've given us no reason to give a fuck. Put it that way. Both guys deserve better. That being Austin Theory. And whatever comes out of this, look, repackage something, we'll see. But honestly, they could be arguing about, hey, they're fed up with each other, but we'll see. Ron Killing promo was really great. I fucking loved it. Me too, Safet. I would say Lita and Trish and Nikki. Let me get this out of the way here real quick. I would say Lita and Trish started Nikki era, continued it, but for the four horsewomen, Bailey, Charlotte, Becky, Sasha Banks officially broke the glass ceiling for the women's evolution. Yeah, no, you got that right, 100%. The Divas era was a dark day in women's wrestling. Here's the thing about it, okay? I'm gonna be honest here, okay? Regarding the Divas era, look. 10-year-old Steve, 11-year-old Steve, whatever age it was, I loved the Divas era for obvious reasons, okay? But now that as I'm older and I rewatch back, yeah, I can. Yeah, you know what? Some things didn't age well, but that's nor here or there, right? But it was a part of time. Put it that way. Um, but yeah, man, R-Truth, he got merch now. Um, maybe you could do a match with Cena for the title. You can, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know how long this run is. I don't know. To my understanding, it's a 2-year deal. I could be wrong on that, guys. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But nevertheless, I'm just happy that he's back. I think a lot of us are happy that R-Truth is back. You know what I mean? So let's see. They also aired a vignette for Mr. Iguana and Layeska. I'm telling you guys right now, WWE is gonna make they're gonna see a big return on their investment with Mr. Iguana than they ever have with Dragon Lee and with yeah, pretty much. I think Saul Monster said a shout out to the Saul Monster. He made that very like, yo, they're gonna make so much of a return on their investment with Mr. Iguana and that stuffed animal, bro. Look, he is gonna be used. Look, if pushed correctly, push him towards the kids, bro. It's gonna sell like hotcakes. They got something with Mr. Iguana. So there was that. I know I know women who actually missed the Divas era. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's why they got Peacock or Netflix, wherever you are around the world. Go back and rewatch it then. From there, we got the men's King of the Ring tournament match here. We had Sami Zayn versus Dominic Mysterio versus Braun Breaker and versus Penta. I forgot to mention this too. During the whole Punk and Cena segment, Rollins came out to taunt his briefcase, insinuated that he might cash in. I think a lot of people were expecting him to cash in tonight, and that didn't happen. Or last night, and it didn't happen. Okay. So back to the men's King of the Ring the King of the Ring match. For the most part, look, I thought this was a very fun match. For the most part, everyone got their moment to shine, right? For the most part, somewhere in this match, LA Knight attacked Braun Breaker during the match because if you remember, on SmackDown this past Friday, Rollins and whatever they're calling them, like the Vision or the Seth Riders. I've heard that line. I've heard that being referenced before. Or yeah, you get the idea, okay? They attacked most of the guys who were involved in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match on SmackDown. So LA Knight's getting his revenge, right? And if you remembered on their social media page, they posted a video where LA Knight did the 3 down, 2 to go. So he's saying that he's going to get his hands eventually on Seth Rollins. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe that could be a match for Saturday night's main event. Maybe put the briefcase on the line. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes in the long run. Get the chat here. Mr. Iguana and Santino need to meet each other versus Cobra versus Iguana. Could be Triple Mania. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. If, of course, Santino goes, but we'll see. But yeah, it was all said and done, right? Sami Zayn hit the Haluva kick to Dominic Mysterio to advance. So obviously, Sami Zayn advances in the bracket. And I do think him and Randy Orton or him and Cody go to the finals. And once again, I do think Sami Zayn falls short again. But I do think, though, later on next year, he'll get his moment, but we'll see. From there, we did get AJ Styles being interviewed backstage and said he would go after Seth Rollins and his faction, right? But after this, Kelly was interrupted by New Day and Grayson Waller. And the New Day emphasized that they're going to elevate the tag titles, whatever that means, right? They got to do something with those titles. I love the New Day, but it's like, bro, they've had so many missed opportunities. But that's just my opinion, of course. From there, we got Nikki Bella. She's finally back. She showed up and she's in the ring and she was there obviously to promote Evolution 2. And look, I ain't gonna lie to you. The moment I saw her talking to Io Sky, I'm like, oh, here we go. At Evolution, Io Sky versus Nikki Bella. But no, she's there to promote Evolution 2, which goes down on July 13th. But she referenced some of the women who were on the roster, and then she gets interrupted by Liv Morgan, who bragged about everything Bella wishes she had, including a man. And then Bella was not amused, right? And as Nikki Bella was leaving the ring, I guess Liv Morgan talked about how, she will go down, that being Liv Morgan, one of the greatest of all time, multiple champion, all that stuff, right? And all Nikki Bella will be as a reality TV star, right? Something in those lines. And as Bella was going to get back into the ring, she got caught with the Oblivion. So I can tell you guys now, from the looks of it, that's probably the match for Evolution 2. Yes, I remember that, Safet. Yeah, I remember that. Bro, the New Day are arguably the most boring thing in wrestling, to be honest. Hey, you have rights to your opinion. You're not wrong. You have a right to your opinion. Some people like the New Day, right? Liv Morgan was not having it. Absolutely, Safet. She was not having it. But likely that will be the match at Evolution 2. Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella. Why not? Why not? Let it be. Let it be. And hopefully the right result happens in Nikki Bella putting over Liv Morgan. That's how you put over the locker room today. The old guard putting over the new talent. So hopefully they do the right thing with that. But then we got the main event. We had Jey Uso defending the World Heavyweight title against Gunther in the rematch from WrestleMania. The rematch from WrestleMania, folks. And let me just tell you guys right now. Overall, I thought it was a very, very fun match for the most part. I thought overall it was a fun match. They went back and forth. Obviously, they went back and forth. And what can I tell you guys, from these two guys? Like they were not going to disappoint, right? They even had Jey Uso have his kid at ringside. Jey Uso's son was at ringside for this match as well. So let that sink in too. Yeah, y'all can see me, right? Oh, good. I was making sure. I thought, oh shit, I froze again. I guess the graphic ain't coming out, but that sucks. I thought I had the graphic here for. God damn it! 1 second, y'all. 1 second here. Here we go. There we go. Much better. All righty. Here we go. We're so back. We're so back, y'all. But yeah, man, look, they had Jey Uso have his kid out there. His fucking kid was out there for this too, right? And you're wondering to yourself, okay, is Jey Uso going to retain here, right? Remember, Jey Uso had injured ribs. They're referencing the fact that he had injured ribs. They were taped up, right, from wrestling at Money in the Bank. And what do you know, bro? They actually did it. They had Jey Uso pass out to Gunther. And Gunther is once again the world's heavyweight champion. So Jey Uso lost in front of his son, which is good heat, bro. Amazing heat. And look, people are now saying Bill Goldberg. It's possible. I'm a believer. Hey, it's very, very possible. They bring out Goldberg, right? They bring out Goldberg for SummerSlam or for Saudi Arabia, right? So that's in the realm of possibility. And also you factor in it's a title match and it's Goldberg's final match. Can Goldberg win one more title, one more world title before he goes off into the sunset, right? It writes itself. Or if not, for Saturday night's main event, right? I love this match. It's awesome. Honestly, I thought a cash in but it looks like Goldberg versus Gunther would for the world title at Saturday night's main event. Yeah, it's in Atlanta, right? Or if not, maybe Saudi Arabia. Again, if Turkey or the Saudis hand out the check, it's very possible. But as far as Jey Uso goes, look, I said this early in the stream. Was he a bad world champion? No, he was not a bad world champion. I think overall, for a lot of people, it was more of the moment of him winning the title at WrestleMania. He beat the evil foreign guy, right? Pro Wrestling 101. Big payoff. Made him submit. But you knew going in, the moment he won that title, it was not going to be this long run as champion. It was not. And Jey looked strong. He never tapped. He just passed out. It happens. Bro, the psychology behind this match was unbelievable. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, do I see Jey once again being champion down the road? Maybe. I doubt it. But you just never know. Just never know. Maybe they run it back at Clash of the Champions. Or because, again, Jey is now owed a rematch, right? Just like Gunther was owed a rematch. So maybe they run it back. Who knows? But that being said, look, man, Gunther's now world champion. I feel like it's more of like a restored, it's like a restored feeling, basically, right? All things are well now, basically. It's morning again in WWE. Right? If you think about it too, bro, Gunther spent most of his run in WWE so far holding a title, whether it's the NXT UK Championship or the WWE UK title, whatever you want to refer to it as, the Intercontinental Championship, and now the World Heavyweight Championship. He's two times. I believe, and guys in the chat, please correct me if I'm wrong on this. Correct me if I am wrong on this one. But I think Gunther is the first man to win that title twice. Please, guys, correct me in the chat. If I'm right, let me know. If I'm wrong, let me know as well. All right. Chief right here. My only gripe about Jay's title run, he never main evented a PLE. Well, I mean, again, when you guys seen his like final tour, yeah, look, it would have been nice. Here's the thing right now, right? As long as Cena's holding on to that title will always be the main priority. They told you that last year when Cody beat Gunther in Saudi Arabia. They already told you, yeah, this title is the main priority. So there you go. They told you that in Crown Jewel when Cody beat Gunther, when it was champion versus champion. It would have been nice to see, Jey Uso main event a PLE to put some establishment on that title, but it was never meant to be. I think Jey will bounce back and forth from upper mid card to main eventer. Could very well be. But that was Monday Night Raw. Overall, I thought Raw, as far as the show goes, it was pretty good. Pretty good. The crowd could have been better, nevertheless, but that was Monday Night Raw as a whole. Next week on Monday Night Raw, you have more King of the Ring matches, starting with the men. You have Sheamus versus Rusev versus Bronson Reed, and a mystery opponent that will be revealed next week. Who do you guys think is going to be? Some people were suggesting Ilya Dragunov. Some people are throwing out there, hey, maybe Ricky Saints. And the word is that Ricky Saints is being called up to the main roster real soon. Who do you think will be the one to be the mystery opponent? Let me know in the chat. And of course, for the women, you have obviously the returning Asuka. Yeah, welcome back. Versus Ivy Nile versus Raquel Rodriguez. And of course, Stephanie Vaquer. I can tell you guys right now, Asuka's not winning this. It's going to be Stephanie Vaquer. No doubt about it. All right? No doubt about it. You think Triple H will keep the momentum going all summer with this episode? I would hope so. but we'll see. By the way, Nick Khan gets the credit for bringing back Ron Killings. Absolutely. We said that on Steve's Kitchen yesterday. We said that on Kitchen, Safed. I don't know if you heard that or not, but me and Chase said that Nick Khan was the one who reached out to R-Truth. The thing is, how does R-Truth fit into the main event picture now that he's featured as a major player? Well, he's now Ron Killings, right? So we'll see how they make this happen. You could do Cena versus Ron Killings, right? Probably at a Saturday night's main event again, even though they already did that already, right? Or I was gonna say Clash of the Champions, but not anymore. Because look, the way I look at it, I think Cody's winning King of the Ring. And that's how we get, once again, Cody versus Cena. Even though I don't know why Cody's even in this tournament. Let me show you guys one. Let me put the men's bracket up again real quick. Can someone explain to me why is Cody Rhodes in this tournament when he's already pinned John Cena at Money in the Bank? Furthermore, he is still owed a rematch. So why is he in this tournament? It makes no fucking sense. But hey, if that's how he got to get to SummerSlam, so be it. So fucking be it. All right. But yeah, next week, more King and Queen of the Ring qualifiers. All right. And on SmackDown this Friday, going to kick off also some of those matches too. So that should be fun to see. All right. Again, if you have not checked out the other content here on the channel, we did do myself and Chase. The latest episode of Steve's Kitchen is up on the channel, where me and Chase talked about Money in the Bank. We talked about Worlds Collide, Mr. Iguana taking over WWE's fandom, right? Everyone's talking about Mr. Iguana, right? And La Yesca, and how Ron Killings returned, or R-Truth, whatever you want to call him, right? And of course, Mariah May's NXT debut. She's probably going to be on tonight as well. I can't wait to see. Maybe tonight we find out her new name, because they did say that Mariah May is getting a new name. So that's going to probably happen. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Follow the Around the Point Network over on X at AT Network. Thank you to Brennan to becoming a new channel member and joining the gang. If you guys want to become a channel member as well, it's only $2.99 a month. You get all these perks that you see here on the screen. We will be doing a throwback watch along in the next couple of weeks, so make sure you guys tune in for that as well. And yeah, hit the join button if you see it. If not, if you're on a mobile device and there's not a join button next to the subscribe button, there is a link that will direct you to becoming a channel member. All right. So make sure you see that as well. Follow the Around the Point Network on X at AT Network. We're also live on Twitch and also on Kick. So links to all that down below in the description box below as well. And who knows, maybe soon we'll be doing streams on Kick. Keep you posted on that. All right. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Much love to all of you. All right. CM Punk is going to Saudi Arabia, man. He has to become a monster to stop the monster. We making Arab money here, y'all. Making Arab money. Good night, everyone. This has been the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network. We'll see you Thursday as we review AEW Dynamite on another episode of SAD, Something About Dynamite. And then after that, next week is back to the weekly watch-alongs, all right, on Wednesdays, all right? That being said, I'm Steve, and this has been the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network. Peace.